all my experiences in life at the age I'm at now, and with what I have and what I don't have, and what I'm working towards, right? I realize it comes down to this. I put myself in the best position possible, in a realistic position possible, to get what I want. And I'm still working towards that. There's certain materialistic goals that I set for myself. There's certain relationship goals that I set for myself. When it happens, if it doesn't happen, I have a contingency plan for that too, right? Because I believe in that. I don't believe no man should settle for wherever he is in life, right? Because the world's always changing, always evolving, and you either keep up or fall off of it. It's your choice, right? Life is a choice, right? And the air that you breathe, that's a gift. But you have to put yourself in the best position possible. If you're a mailman, work your way up to a manager. So you're in the best position possible to make decisions in your own personal life. That's what it boils down to. Where do you want to be in life? Surround yourself with like-minded people so you don't always have to explain yourself. You don't always have to justify yourself, because those people get you. You can have great friends, and then there's acquaintances where you really don't care what they think. You'll listen to them. You'll take like a grain of salt, but they're not making any impact on your life that's going to be life-changing. Because if anybody's going to check you, it's going to be the people that know you, right? So you have to play the politics game in your professional life. But in your personal life, you can be who you are because you want to come home to that. And if you're going to be with a life partner or choose to be with that person, they have to be on your program and you have to be on theirs. I don't believe that the relationship is the most important part of a relationship. Really don't give a shit about that. No, it's what you build together. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about what we built together and how we came together. But in order for that to happen, you have to be in the best mindset, the best position in your life where you're happy with yourself. And if you're not achieving your goals, but you're still happy with yourself achieving those goals, right? Don't be pussified all the time. Sometimes that word man up, you really got to man up because you're a man. So if you're going to be a man, act like a man and take things like a man. You're not the most handsome. You're not the most tallest, but you are who you are and you keep improving on that. But the minute you settle, that other person's not going to settle, nor should they. They shouldn't settle for the way you are because that's where you want to be. But if they have bigger goals and aspirations and they want to do things, you have to bring that together and go with them or you'll be left behind. And I believe that, because why should you hold anybody back? If a relationship is a journey, then both of you should be on that journey. So put yourself in life in the best position to get what you want. That's what I'll say. And let me tell you this also. You can't make bad news sound pretty. It's still bad news, no matter how you shake it up. So tell me the problem so we can move on and fix it.
Number one, work on being able to trust yourself. I found that I didn't trust myself, which is part of the reason why I became so uh, distant with people. So number one, work on trusting yourself. If you can trust yourself in the decisions that you make and realize that you will make mistakes, that's just a part of life. You'll be able to trust others. And as I said before, you can we tend to gravitate to the right people. And again, even the wrong people are the right people. The wrong people can teach you the lessons that the right people may not, and they can teach them in a way that'll be beneficial. So trust yourself, trust that you're gonna make mistakes, forgive yourself, move forward. That's all I got.
Building trust. Well, I guess my final thought would be, in order to build trust, you have to be trusting. I don't know how this happened. I don't know when it happened, but we have to learn to not always think that everyone out there is out to get us or do something bad to us. There are some good people out there. There are people out there that are trustworthy. Sometimes, like I said earlier, you have to go out on a limb, call them on they call them on what they say that they're going to do, and see if they do it. And if they do it, that's somebody to keep into your life. What's better is if they do it and do not require anything in exchange from you in a selfish manner. That is even better. But we must learn how to trust again. That will be my final thought.
I think when it comes down to building trust, I can't stress this piece enough that when it comes down to it, we have to avoid putting the mantle of trust around another person's neck, because that kind of sets the situation for us to expect them to do something. And when they don't do what we expect them to do, the way that we want them to do it, how we want them to do it, now we're disappointed, and then we're going to hold them to the level of our emotions at that particular point in time. That's not fair to people. Again, I have to stress the point that no one, and this is so cliche, but I want to start off by saying this: no one is perfect. In fact, you're the most perfect, imperfect person that you have ever met. You are. That's the reality of the truth. Every person, when you look in the mirror, that's the most perfect the most perfect, imperfect person that you've ever met. That's important to digest so that you don't hold yourself to the mantle of perfection. The minute you stop holding yourself to the mantle of perfection, then you can stop holding other people to the mantle of perfection. Again, building trust is all about understand that relationship is a spiritual vehicle. With that being said, we collectively within the space of relationship can can flourish simply because relationship is a gateway to professional and personal development. That's what reality really is. When we stop and look at it from that perspective, we just gave a whole bunch of examples of how we work, share, bounce ideas, have conversations, so forth and so on, between all of the people on the panel. And the same thing works when it comes down to the space of every other relationship that exists. Yes, sibling relationship can be the exact same thing. We just have to have the desire to be that and lose the idea that we're important. That's the other piece. We have to stop trying to be so important. We have to stop seeking to be at the center of attention. We got to stop thinking me, and me. Because the more we think me, we won't make space for we. And we is where relationship exists. And that's my final thought.